Ladies, they're going to tell you stop having standards so that they can get access to you. They are going to tell you not to set boundaries because they want to be able to get their way with you. And they're going to tell you to settle because settling keeps you small. Do you know who settles? People with a scarcity mindset. And you know what happens to people who have a scarcity mindset? They don't grow. They don't succeed. They don't evolve. No, they stay small. I know you want to grow. I know you want to keep on evolving. You know what you deserve. And all of that and everything that you deserve, you can only get if you don't settle.
Oh, the world owes me a living.
Oh wow, Colleen, that was amazing. You know what? This gorilla's gonna attempt to do the exact same thing that you just did for all the women out there who deserve better, but I'm just gonna do it for the men. They're gonna tell you that you are a dusty, a brokey, an insecure incel, and a woman-bashing misogynist who can't love, so they can get access to your resources. She's gonna tell you she isn't gonna settle, and she deserves better. And accepting these high mileage, ran through 304s keeps your bank accounts small. Do you know who settles for these 304s? Simps with a cuck mindset. And you know what happens to blue pill beta simps? They end up male-womanist, making TikToks trying to bash the manosphere as their girlfriends and or wives bang the Chads and the Tyrones. They don't grow, they don't succeed, they end up getting bent over and ran through by the family courts. I know you gentlemen don't want to be simps. I know you want to get the crispiest tacos available. Every W you deserve, you can only get if you don't put a ring on it. Oh, dang, fan, that gave me kind of a rush there. This gorilla felt that he just preached the word of the manosphere truth. Hey, protect yourselves at all times, gentlemen. Don't settle, and always fight that urge to become that Captain Saver 304. Believe me, you can't save her. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Hot take, but I think if you don't think dating is fun, you're probably doing it wrong. I got out of a very long-term relationship when I was like 25, and I never dated until then. Maybe 24? I don't really know at this point. I got a late start, and it took me a really long time to start dating, and once I did start dating, I had so much fun. And it was always a topic of conversation when I would like meet up with friends and catch up. And it was always kind of like a pity conversation of like, hey, how are you doing out there? It's rough on those streets. And I was like, I'm having a good time. Like, what is everyone talking about? And it was to the point that I thought that I might actually be doing something wrong, because I was like, why am I having such a different experience than the rest of my friends about this? And I was saying like, no, I'm having a good time. I'm making a lot of friends. I'm going to a lot of new places. I'm having a lot of new experiences, and it's going well. And that's when I found out that most people look at dating like they go on a first date and they think this might be my husband. And that is just so not the mentality that I have going into dating. Number one, if they live in Miami, like where I live, I'm not talking to them through like text or on the phone for 2 weeks before we meet. It is not uncommon for me to reach out and we talk for maybe 10 messages and then we go out on a date. I would rather get to know you in person. And it's because going into that date, I'm thinking, hey, this person seems cool. Oh my God. Come on. This person seems cool. I'm gonna go have a drink with a friend, and if I want more than that and they want more than that, then that's the next step. But I have never gone into a date being like, this is my person, this could be my person, my life is about to change forever. Like, of course you don't like dating if that's the way you look at it. This is like for first dates, and obviously dating is fun when you look at it as just like, I'm gonna go have a conversation with somebody. And there's a difference between healthy dating and getting unhealthily attached. Getting unhealthily attached, not fun. It's not a good time. But if that's your situation, I promise that has way more to do with you than who you're dating. I also feel like having this mentality makes it so I don't have any horrific dating stories. I know so many people that hate dating because of how bad their stories are. And I don't think I've ever had a bad date, to be honest. Like, I know whenever I go out with somebody, it's going to be a good time because I'm a good time. So go on the date, have fun, don't take it too seriously. See if you actually like this person first before your mind goes into the next step. Anyways, I'm gonna go pretend to be a main character at a bookstore now. So, bye!
Him, her, him, bodies.
Alright, this queen is definitely dating like a dude. Let me just say it right there. Ladies, I know that you're going to say, oh, well, that sounds great. Like, you're going to go out and we're going to date. I'm just going to go out to have a good time with a friend. Right there, when she said with a friend, that is basically how men see things in the beginning. Immediately, from the beginning, cut off the probability of it being romantic. This is why she just keeps on dating and not getting into another relationship, because she just sees it as a buddy thing. And trust me, ladies, it doesn't go from being a friend to, okay, well, now we're going to go into having a relationship. No. It goes from being a friend to being an NFWB, and very rarely does it go past that. Now, who can date like this long term? Men. I'm sorry. I know it's not what you want to hear, but men can actually do this because they're built like this. The dating strategies of men and women are different. She's trying to apply a male dating strategy in a female mindset, and she doesn't realize the damage that she's doing to herself. You see, this is going to directly affect her pair bonding abilities. She's not going to be able to actually get emotionally attached to a guy that she sees as a friend starting off. Because I'm sorry, ladies, when you see a guy as a friend, it's really hard for him to get out of the friend zone. Even if by some miracle he does break out of the friend zone, it's really easy for you to put him back in a friend zone. I don't care what kind of Kool-Aid this woman is trying to push out to the masses. No, women do not date like that. Women don't have a bunch of friends that says, hey, check out, this is my buddy. Eventually, I might marry him. No. Now, notice I said marrying. I didn't say sleeping together because, I'm sorry, women who have a bunch of male friends, there's a good chance that she slept with at least one of them one time. There was that one time we were at a party. We had a few too many drinks and whoopsie, but that doesn't count because we're still buddies. We're still friends. Yeah, sure. I can tell you right now, experienced men do not like to be with a woman who's got a bunch of male friends because they know better than that. Yeah, call it insecure all you want. It's not insecure. It's actually being wise. But back to this queen right here. The reason she's having such a great time dating is because she is purposely snuffing out the flame of anything going beyond being an FWB. I mean, queen, this is the equivalent of a man's roster, except the difference is men will recognize it's a roster. You're going to say, no, they're buddies. But on the bright side, she's going to be an expert connoisseur on all the different kinds of sausages out there. And on top of that, I can't help but notice that she's actually trying to motivate other women to date like her. Now, what is that saying? Single women love to keep women single? Yeah, there's just more evidence of it. I mean, think about it. She's jumping from pole to pole. I guess riding the carousel can get lonely sometimes. It's more fun when another girl rides it with you. Moving on.
So when I got off of, I had significant debt. I got off of last year, in the beginning of last year. And I owed taxes for the previous year, right? And so now I'm not making that money anymore. And I just want to encourage you guys, because this is actually happening right now to me. I had a letter from the IRS stating that I owed $288,000. And then from the tax board of California, I owed $88,000. So that's state tax and federal tax. So I was able to pay off the $288,000 to the IRS. Because I liquidated my brokerage account, my IRA, my life insurance policy, and I used all that up, all of it. I have no more savings. So that was a really hard time in my life, but it brought me through some crazy circumstances with the Lord and trusting in God to provide my needs, like He promises in the Bible. But I want to tell you something. I still owe that $88,000 to the tax board of California, and that they just sent me their final letter of saying like, hey, this is going to go into collections literally next month. They said that they're going to put a lien. They're going to put a lien on my credit. They're going to potentially garnish my wages, all that stuff. It looks really scary, right? Like the mountains in our life, the giants in our life that are calling us out, picking on us. It's really scary. But I want to encourage you. Tell that mountain, that giant in your life, how big your God is. He is bigger than those problems. He created you to be here right now. He never promised that life was easy. There will be mountains, there will be giants that happen and come into your life and feel like it sits on your chest, gives you anxiety, pain, struggle. But you tell them how big your God is. So, life's looking really scary for me right now, right? This mountain is talking back. This giant is sitting on my chest. And I got down on my knees last night and I was like, Lord, surprise me. I'm going to take a step of faith and know who my God is. I was like, my taxes are not bigger than the Lord. absolutely nowhere close to bigger than my God and what he can provide and what he can do, because he has plans to prosper me, not to go under. So I want to encourage you, if you are dealing with financial strain, if you're dealing with addiction, if you're dealing with family struggles, friend struggles, relationship struggles, they are not bigger than your God, the creator of the universe. They are not bigger. Cry out to God, but have faith enough to say, you know what, God, surprise me. Surprise me. Because he cares so much about you. He loves you. He wouldn't have sent his son to shed blood for you. He wouldn't have. So I encourage you, ask God to surprise you, but have faith to know that he will. Nothing is bigger than our God. No mountain, no giant.
All right, fam. She owes taxes on selling pics of her butthole and has no savings left. And now she has found a religion when the IRS is implementing that corn tax on her? Oh, Kaween, I think in the scenes that you made, there was more than just a mountain sitting on your chest, along with some gravy filling up your valleys. Stop trying to act like you were trying to find the greater spirit when you were on your knees. You were looking for the money shot, in more ways than one. Although I do agree that this queen's taxes are not bigger than a higher power, or bigger than those loads she took for the payout at selling herself for $3.99 a month to make all that money. Question, Kaween, do you actually think the big man upstairs is going to co-sign you to sell more content to pay off the balance on your taxes with California? Another question, and I'm serious here. Did these queens actually think that a higher power is with them when they started off? Because how is it that you go out there, you do this stuff, and now you're making that TikTok content saying, oh yeah, the higher power is on my side now to get me through these taxes? Wouldn't it have been wiser to consult, I don't know, the higher power and ask, hey, should I be doing this? Is this morally right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to get into a spiritual debate. I'm just saying that you got yourself into this problem and you're asking a higher power to co-sign you to get out of it, and the only way you know how to make that kind of money is to do the same thing that got you into the problem in the first place. It sounds like a circle there, Queen, like you're never going to get out of it. Now, another question that I got to ask here is, why is she trying to make this sound like a very empowering spiritual journey? I'm sorry, maybe I'm new to this, but this is the first time I've ever seen a queen who got herself in problems with corn and then is using the corn that she did as an inspiring story to keep the faith, keep going strong, and know that the big man upstairs has got your back as you move forward with whatever plan you have. It doesn't really sound to me like she actually regrets doing the corn. It sounds like she's kind of like, oops, man, I should have paid those taxes off, because I'm not hearing any kind of a regret or anything like that for putting her holiest of all holes out there for the world to see at a discounted rate. Hey, this gorilla just wants to point out that sometimes a little bit of humility can take you a long way. But it's good to know that there is an OF 304 tax. And Uncle Sam and the state of California are tag teaming on this one. Come to think of it, I don't think this is the first time she's going to get tag teamed by two different forces at the same time. Well, that's speculation. I haven't seen her content. But at this point, she's so broke owing those taxes, she might make some special content on special requests. I mean, she's a strong, independent boss babe who don't need no man. Unless, of course, the scene calls for her sitting on a couch while she's surrounded by a bunch of men. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.